All right, guys, welcome. What I'm just going to touch on briefly is the float. Um, all it is pretty much is um, a value with a decimal. Okay, so as you can see here, I set up the. Of course, you got the get variable for the float, and you have the set variable for the float. Okay. Now I assigned a value to this variable tutorial, as you see here. If you could see it, it says 1.0. Now 1.0 in the Unreal Engine is the value of 100. Okay, so now if I delete it, well, if I delete it, I put 0. All right, so you got 0, and if I put 1, 1.0, which is 100. Okay, now as you could see again, if I just put the number 1 in the box for the value and I store it, notice what happens. It turns it into a decimal. All right. Now, this is different than the actual integer. The integer doesn't apply the decimal point, but using a float here, all right, it applies a decimal to your number. So if you want to do something like I mentioned, I think before in the previous tutorial, if you want something that requires a decimal and the number, use a float. Okay, you can use a float, and there's different mixtures you can use also with strings and different things like that. But for now, just using the float, whatever number you put in there, it's going to assign a decimal to that number. All right. So I just created a simple timer on event tick. It's going to delay two whole seconds, and then it's going to start a countdown timer using the float variable that I just created. Okay. So as you can see, the assigned value is 1.0, which is 100. So you got 100 stored in this get variable. So you're going to take 100, 1.0, and minus 0.01, which is 1. All right. It's going to set the tutorial value to the updated value once the math is done. So you're going to do 1.0, which is 100, stored in this variable, in the get variable, and you're going to minus 1 from that every 2 seconds. Okay. Now, without the delay, if I just plug the tick directly into the set, it would go so fast you wouldn't be able to see it properly. So I just put a delay to delay it so that it doesn't move as fast. So it slows down and it counts down. According to my pace, you can set this whatever value you want. Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna watch the countdown timer using the float. Simple and easy. I set a value, like I said, 1 second. It's going to count down 1 second from the whole value, which is 100. It's going to set it, and it's going to print into the text box that I have set up also. Okay, so let's watch it. Here we go. You see, started from 100, and then minus 1 is 99, now 98, and it's going to keep minusing, subtracting 1. Now, if you want the timer with a decimal, you can apply this right here, and you got it. Okay. But my point is, whatever number value you assign to a float variable, it's going to add a decimal point to it. All right. So that's it. Nothing complicated.